Hi YouTube, it's Miss Punkarella. I'm sorry I took 1,000 days off. I really did. Yeah, it's been 2 years since I've uploaded. but you guys, a lot of you guys said you wanted me back. I don't know if this is permanent, but I got a story to tell. So yeah, I met Marilyn Manson again, and I always usually do those videos. I deleted the past ones because just yeah, I won't get into that, but I had some issues with some stalking and stuff on here, so I just when I wasn't even active, so I just deleted a lot of my videos that I was having problems with. And I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna do more. You guys at the show and then like in all the Manson groups were like, why are you doing YouTube anymore? I miss you. So I'm trying it out at least for this. So this is gonna be like my sixth experience of meeting Marilyn Manson, a review. Um, it was great. It's not like a review. Just like how it went for me. And at the end, I'll kind of tell you guys why I wasn't on YouTube for 2 years, and like what I've been kind of doing. Those of you that are just here for the Manson information, you can feel free to skip the end. I don't know if I'm going to make more videos. I'd like to. I like the horror movie hauls. I want to do more of those, but I've just been so busy. I'll get into that. But yeah, I met Marilyn Manson again. I'm going to put the picture in the thumbnail, but I will insert it here as well so you guys can see my meet and greet photo. This is the lovely lanyard for this year. I like this one. I don't like that there's no year on it. Like, I mean, I'll mentally know what year this is from, but yeah, really like the lanyard. It's nice. So, yeah, Manson was gone for 5 years. It was horrible. It's one of the reasons why I just, I was going through a lot, and that contributed to a lot of the stuff that's been going on in my life. Some good stuff's been going on too, but I was it was hard on me. It was hard on all of you, I'm sure, that are Manson fans, that everything that was going on with that. And just the fact that I got to see Marilyn Manson the other night, like, oh my God, for the first time in like 5 something years. It was 5 years and 19 days. It was just incredible. So I was beyond happy. I saw him at the Vancouver, Canada show. It was the closest to me. I do kind of regret picking that show because, I mean, I met a lot of really cool people. I feel like it would have been cheaper to travel because I had a whole risk factor of not actually getting home with travel times. And it was so expensive. Vancouver, Canada in general is just horrifically expensive now. It was $400 for a hotel, and that same hotel, I paid $70 to stay there and see Marilyn Manson maybe like 6 or 7 years ago. So that's a bit more than inflation. So yeah, showed you guys the meet and greet picture. We got the lanyard as well as you got the red flag. I was seeing these before the red flag song came out, and the color just didn't make sense to me. But now it makes sense because of the song, the single, Raise the Red Flag. I don't know where to put this because, as you can see, I lack wall space. I'm standing this entire time, by the way. I was thinking of sitting, but I don't have a desk in my room anymore. I have an office in the other room, and I moved everything in there, and it's a little bit it's a little bit boring in there. I do Poshmark in there. It's good for my Poshmark shows, but I thought you guys would miss my erratic Manson posters for my YouTube, so I'm gonna probably keep doing YouTube stuff in my room. And then we got the Beast arcade machine in here now too, so a little bit disorganized. I do my makeup on the floor now. I gotta get a makeup table, but that's besides the point. So sorry I'm awkwardly pacing around for this video. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it, but you guys just wanted it, so I thought I'd tell you my experience. Now, the rules this time is you are allowed to get a poster signed and possibly another item if they have time. So this is my poster. I haven't gotten it framed yet. I plan to. To Ginger, Marilyn Manson. Ginger's my real name. A lot of confusion with that because Ginger Fish was probably because I have the same name as his drummer. Awkward, his old drummer. No, but yeah, no, that's my legal name. So a little bit weird being a Manson fan because people are like, are you using a fake name? I'm like, no, it's just me. Unfortunately, I got some dents in mine because it was in the mosh pit. I got front row on the rail in front of the mic stand, so we'll talk about that after. But yeah, so gorgeous poster. Really happy this one. I definitely want to get it framed. Most of mine are not framed, as you can see, but this one I will splurge for the frame for it. And I also, he had time, so I got him to sign my last tour on Earth CD. It's a little bit scuffy. It's an original from the 90s. I actually bought this from a thrift store years ago. And I didn't know what to get John 5 to sign years ago when I met John 5. So I got him to sign the CD, and he told me all these cool stories about that tour and said it was his favorite tour ever. So it just, I thought, let's get Manson to sign it too. So Manson personalized and signed it to me. So, yay. It's like kind of falling apart, but I know, get the shitty CD signed that's falling apart. I'm just going to display it. I have Golden Age signed by John 5 too, so I'll get that one signed. And that was all the goodies I got from the meet and greet. Actually meeting Manson. Okay, so it was great. It was really cool. Run differently this time. More organized, in my opinion. Now, this is the 6th time I've done a Marilyn Manson meet and greet. Every single one I did was on a different tour, I believe. No, I did 2 on Twins of Evil. Okay, but every other one was a different price point and a different tour. I'm not going to talk about the price because it varied a lot by venue, and I believe that's due to Ticketmaster and venue fees, and I don't want my family to know how much I spent this time. I lied a little bit. Honestly, the concert ticket includes your pit ticket, which is at least $150, sometimes $200, depending on the venue. So I think it's fair. But I've paid as low as $100 to meet Manson when I first started doing this, and now it's a lot more. It's like 6 times more. But I think it's worth it. And it was just amazing. Like, they led us up these stairs of doom. Everybody that I met at the meet and greet, if you're watching this, it was super awesome to meet you. I met so many people that night that were super friendly and talkative and like diehard Manson fans. So that was nice to be in that kind of an environment again, because I haven't in a long time. So yeah, they led us up the stairs of doom and then into like what I think is a VIP lounge. It was a hockey arena that we saw him at, Rogers Arena. So yeah, you get in and then they tell you to put your stuff on a table and then they send you into this area. I think some of them were outdoors on this tour, but ours was inside. And then there's like a tent in the middle. Manson's done meet and greets in tents before, so I wasn't surprised to see a tent. A little bit different this year. But you could see him through the tent the entire time. So we're all standing there like, holy fuck, it's Marilyn Manson. You can see him right now. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I wanted to see him in the cowboy hat. It's on the other side of the room, but I have a poster of him wearing the cowboy hat that I've had on my wall since I was a teenager, so like for half of my life. And I seen he was wearing the cowboy hat during this tour, and I was like, please wear the cowboy hat. So not only did I get the cowboy hat, but I got the red leather jacket from the new music video. I was like, dude, this outfit is nice. No, yeah, anyway, so I got in there. He is so tall, like, oh my goodness. I'm short, I'm 5'4". But like, yeah, it's just like, oh, hi. So yeah, right away I came in and he hugged me. I told him I missed him. We took a photo. They take your photo first now, and then you go over to the table and he signs the poster to you and whatever other item you have to bring, and you talk for a little bit, and then you go out and buy merch and then get led into the mosh pit or your seat. Apparently some of the meet and greets had seats this year, which I was like, interesting, because we were all like, do you have a bracelet? No, you don't. Oh, I have one. So yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. I guess that's a cool new thing they're doing, because I know the pit's a little rough. It's really rough. Look at this shit. It wasn't that bad. I've been in way worse. It was nowhere near as bad as Twins of Evil. That time I survived that riot. Remember that? The blood and the vomit. Yes, I was scared to go back to that venue. But honestly, yeah, he was so nice. He very polite, a little bit more quiet than before now being sober, but he looks amazing. He's lost a lot of weight and he's super healthy. It was very obvious by his live performance, which was incredible. I told him that his music helped me get through some really dark stuff in the last couple years. Well, this year. I will mention that after I'll tell that story in a moment. I have too many things to tell you guys. Anyway, sorry if I talk fast. I'm just trying to get it all out here. But this is what happens when you take 1,000 days off YouTube. Who does that? Anyway, so yeah, very exciting. And then I asked him, are you gonna go to Florida? And he was like, yes. Not really in that tone, but he was more like, yes. No, not really, but yeah. He was saying that he's gonna go to Florida in 2025. I don't know if that's the start of 2025 or the end or the middle, but we'll find out, I guess. So that's exciting. I told him, I'll go wherever, man. Just you plan the tour, I'll be there. I literally told him that. And then I showed him my rooster tattoo, of course. He actually pointed to this one because I was wearing a top where you could see my chest tattoo, and he went like this at it and was like, you. And then he didn't remember my name, so he asked me for my name again, but he was like, I remember you. And then I showed him my rooster tattoo. Manson drew a rooster on my leg. He was pretty drunk when he did so, and I got it tattooed on my leg. The rooster has a little dick. A lot of you guys at the show were like, show us your rooster. So yeah, I still have that tattoo. Manson and his assistant were laughing about it, thought it was great. And yeah, that's really all we had time to talk about because it's pretty fast now. You only get like probably under 5 minutes with him because I'm not kidding, there was at least 100 people for the meet and greet. It was the busiest one I've seen in a long time, which is amazing because of his comeback. I love the new songs, by the way. I have the single, so I've heard all three. I think all three are amazing. I think Red Flag is my favorite. But yeah, I was amazed. They let us buy merch as soon as we got in the door after the meet and greet. I bought the goat one. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a Slipknot shirt, and I'm not really big on stuff that has a Baphomet on it, but because I think it's kind of ugly, but I liked the color of this one. So, yeah, got that one. Yeah, I got an extra large because I've lost a lot of weight. I don't know if you guys could tell. I think I was smaller back when I was last did YouTube too, but things got dark and I gained a lot of weight. I was almost 300 pounds. It was terrible, and I've been like dieting pretty extreme. The only time I stop dieting is like when I go to Disney World. I will take a break because you're walking like so much at Disney. It's insane. So I will have the Disney Mickey Mouse buffet when I'm there. But otherwise, I do this strict diet now, and I have lost over about 30 pounds, and I'd like to lose another 40. And I was kind of in a 3X shirt, XXL shirt, and now my XXL shirts are really, really big on me, so I'm starting to purchase extra large again. So I did get the tour shirt as well with Manson in red, but I packed it in my suitcase because I want to wear it to Disney. I'm going to Disney. Well, I'm not going to wear it to Disney, but I'm going to wear it while I'm on my trip. So yeah, we got into the pit. I was able to get front row with all the homies I made during the meet and greet, so that was cool. The show was spectacular. Oh, I also bought this. I forgot. I had to wear it the whole show because it looks good on me. I like it. As soon as I saw it, like in the photos of the merch booth, I'm like, I need that hat. It's very like gangster goth, and that's what people in the pit were telling me. They're like, why does this work for you? I'm like, I don't know. That style's kind of always worked for me. But Yeah, so I'm happy with that. Love that hat. I've been wearing it out like every time I've gone out. I put that hat on since I've gone to the show. And yeah, I had to keep my poster and my t-shirt safe, and they don't give you plastic bags at this show. They didn't, probably because we have a plastic bag ban here. So even if they had bags, they probably wouldn't give you one here. But anyway, yeah, there's something to keep in mind if you're gonna meet Manson and you don't have a seat. Please, if you bring anything to sign, remember you gotta keep that safe. Like, you gotta like make sure no one steals it from you, and you gotta make sure that like it doesn't get squished. A couple of my friends did get their stuff stolen that was signed or lost at the show, so be really careful. I had my purse. I had my little Marilyn Manson purse. But honestly, the crowd wasn't that, it was undersold. I won't lie to you. It was a Tuesday night in Canada. It was undersold for sure. We had about a half a pit and a lot of empty seats. The seats at the bottom were pretty empty. I don't think Five Finger Death Punch is popular here though. Like, bless them for taking Manson on this tour, but I personally have never been into them. I would have stayed for their set out of respect because that's what you do when you go to a concert, in my old person opinions. But I had to go. I had to get the ferry home, and there was like no way I'd make it if I stayed. Thankfully, I made it home, no problem, but I had to travel for about like almost 3 hours to get home after the show. So it was a lot for me, but worth it. Yeah, the opening band, The Funeral Portrait, I listened to one of their songs on YouTube and I wasn't quite feeling it, but live they were super fun. I thought it was great. I had a great time. I totally enjoyed it. Super fun. Thought it was great. Slaughter to Prevail. Wow, that was cool. I heard of them. Yeah, I heard of them. Just I don't listen to that kind of metal. I've listened to more extreme stuff. Like, I've been to black metal shows and all that death metal shows with friends and shit over the years, but it's not really my thing. But I loved it. I thought it was great. The wall of death was behind me. It didn't make it to the front, so I was safe. So it was really surreal to watch a band that extreme like do their thing while you're safe with this wall of death behind you. I kept looking behind me like, oh shit. So it was pretty cool. I really liked it. I like that song Bone Crusher the most. I think I'm gonna listen to it in my free time. That guy's vocals, Alex the Terrible, oh my god, I kept being like Owen Wilson. I kept being like, wow, wow, wow. I was like, what is that noise he's making? Because I was like right like here from him, because I was like front in the mic stand area. And it's just a barricade, and I'm and security, and I'm like, this is insane. This man is making these sounds. I was like, wow, okay. It's super impressive. Without the mic too, like, wow. It was impressive to me, so I thought that was great. And then Manson finally came on. The show was very fast. I'm not kidding you. It was 5 minutes in between each band, and I've never seen a show switch bands so fast, and I've been to a zillion concerts. Manson was just incredible. It was like a mix of like Golden Age and Hollywood with like less set props, and oh, it was just great. He finally played Tourniquet. I've been to 9 Manson shows trying to see Tourniquet live. It's my favorite Manson song, and I finally heard it live. So that was a life accomplishment. I didn't get a lot of pictures and videos. The videos I did get, the fans were screaming so loud you could not hear Manson. And I couldn't hear him for a lot of it either, which kind of sucks. But yeah, everybody was screaming every word so hard. Everybody missed him so much. It was great. And then I got really lucky and I caught Manson's sweat towel. This is my second Manson towel I have in my collection. This one is different. It's a softer texture. It was wet, like, when I caught it, and it was still wet when I brought it home. It's dried out now, but awesome thing to have in my collection. So I'm really happy I have that. So, yay, Manson towel. But yeah, I kind of bounced right as soon as he was done because I had to go, so I have no idea what Five Finger was like, but I'm sure they did a good show. Who knows, I might see him again sometime in the future. But I was super happy with it. I was super happy to see Piggy D is the bass player. I knew he was the bass player, but super happy to see that. I got to talk to him for 2 hours one time back when he was in Rob Zombie, and he's like the nicest guy, and he's a huge Marilyn Manson fan. We talked about Marilyn Manson and action figures for like 95% of our 2 hour conversation. I think we talked about Rob Zombie like this much. He was also in my other favorite band, Wednesday 13, so it was super cool to see him now in my favorite band, Marilyn Manson. I was just like, this is so cool. He smiled at me. I think he might have remembered me, because, yeah, we talked for 2 whole hours. So yeah, that was super cool. I also posted a picture of him being like, yay, and he liked it, so that was super awesome. But super happy to see that. Reba is a really cool addition to the band too. She was wearing these really neat stockings, and I was like, those are cool. But yeah, so that was all the stuff I got from the show, I think. I'm not sure where to put this, so I'll hang it somewhere. I have them hanging all around the room. Will I go again? Yes. As soon as there's more tour dates announced, I will go. So yeah, I'm super stoked. To why I wasn't, sorry I made that terrible noise with my hands there. Back to like why I was gone. Okay, so yeah, I took 1,000 days off YouTube. I was going through a lot. Yeah, I was not in the best place in life. I was very depressed, went through some weird shit, and then I met someone that was amazing. I was in some bad relationships and stuff, as you guys know that have followed me for a long time, where I just felt like I was like the worst person ever and like not treated very well. So now I have met someone that is super amazing, and I'm engaged. Yeah. It's so pretty. Yeah, so I'm engaged now. Those of you that follow me on the Instagram and such and TikTok and everything probably have seen and noticed that. Yeah, so my fiance Clyde, he's my everything. So we've been together for over a year now, and it's going really well, and I've just been like really living my life, enjoying my life with him. We go to Disney World. We're like both obsessed with Disney. We went to see Leonard Skinner together. He loves theme parks and concerts. He's in a band, so you know, we get along with music and stuff. So we love true crime and horror movies, so we have a lot of things in common that we bond over, and we're just so much the same. Like, it's crazy. We're so alike. So he makes my everything better. It's a little picture of us when we're at Gatorland. The alligators. Yeah, so that's been going good. So yeah, we got engaged at Disney World, for those of you that wanted to know and didn't see. I got all the pictures of that on my Instagram, in front of the castle. So yeah, it's been wonderful. He's actually never seen Manson live yet, so I'm gonna drag him as soon as we get the opportunity to. He really wants to, so it just didn't work out with like our schedules and stuff this time, but soon. Announce more tour dates, Manson. We want to go. That's the problem with the Manson concert, is you want to go again right after you go. So yeah, other than that, more negatives on the negative spectrum. I've been going through a lot with my grandma passing away. My grandma raised me, and I you know, lived with her up until her death. I still live with my grandfather, help him out a lot now that she's gone and stuff. But yeah, she wasn't very old. She was like 65, 66, 65, I think. And She was sick. She'd been in some car accidents and had fibromyalgia and like a hip replacement and stuff. And she just kept getting this pain in her shoulder and wasn't doing well and just kept getting sicker. And we thought she was in another car accident, like not long before this. So we assumed the pain was from the car accident. And she was in like a kind of space where she was thinking it was that, and we were all thinking it was that, and she was just getting like really like aggravated and in pain a lot and just all sorts of stuff. And then she went for like a scan on her shoulder, like a CT scan, and then I'm not kidding you, the phone rings like the day after Christmas and they tell us that she has cancer and is going to die. Like, it was horrible. With her being young, she had lung cancer, stage 4. She only lived 40 days, 45 days, 46 days after the phone call. They couldn't even give her radiation. She was so sick, and it was just so far advanced. The reason her shoulder was hurting is it was eating her bone, the cancer. So it was like in her bones. It was terrible. I was not home when she passed away. I did get to talk to her when she was more coherent in the hospital, like 2 weeks before she passed. She was in hospice care, and I got to see her. And I had this Disney World trip, and she was like, she knew I loved traveling and concerts and was supportive of it, and she wanted me to be there, because honestly, it wouldn't have been much of a difference if I was here, right? Like, the rest of my family was visiting her, and that's what she wanted for me. And I'm glad I was surrounded by my fiance, Clyde, and, like, I had stuff like Disney and things to comfort me when she did pass away. I got the phone call, and I was actually at a theme park when I got the phone call. So, yeah, it was really upsetting. So to lose her, like, so it was really hard on my entire family. So I flew home and went to the funeral, and yeah, it's been really hard for us to all adjust to not having her. We have been trying to see the rest of my family more because of it, so that's been nice. We've had some cool like interactions and like family visits and stuff, but yeah, not long, maybe like a week or two. This is crazy, but maybe like a week or two after my grandma's funeral, my best friend that I have known for years, that I've had come visit, and we met over Manson. We have the same tattoo in the same spot. She has stage 4 cancer now, too. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. She's getting chemo though, and is getting a lot better, but at this point she is inoperable, so that's been a lot weighing on my mental state too. So I just haven't really been in the place to do like much social media, and I'm so addicted to Poshmark, guys. Like, it's like a everyday thing for me. Those of you guys that are from Poshmark that are watching know how fun my live streams on there are and stuff. So yeah, it's like really like consumed my life in a positive way, and I just don't really do social media as much. I'm getting older. I'm just really trying to like live my life while I can. But yeah, I've had a lot of negative things kind of going on with positive things, so it's been a very confusing up and down, like good and bad time in my life. So like my personal life is going well, my relationship is going great, and like everything, just I have these negatives in my life too of losing people around me. So it's been a lot, but I'm hoping to try to like make time for YouTube. My fiance wants to do like some Disney vlogging type videos, so maybe we'll get into that. That would be really fun, so we'll see. But yeah, honestly, like, another tragic loss. I know this sounds like unbelievable at this point, but it's true, I promise. Literally 2 days before the Manson concert, one of my best friends passed away. I'd known since I was a teenager. He had some health problems and was like, he was 26 years old. He was in like a coma and stuff. He was speaking to me earlier in the summer when, he was awake and getting treatment. I was gonna go visit him, but I didn't have time with everything going on, which I feel bad about now. But yeah, he unfortunately had to be unplugged, and there was nothing more they could do even after an emergency surgery. I believe he had plastic surgery rejecting, from what he told me, and it caused this horrible chain reaction of his organs shutting down and stuff. So that was hard to go through that. And then like the next day you have to like Marilyn Manson, which it really helped me like get over that and feel better. Like I'm not over it, but because it happened like a few days ago, but I definitely helped seeing Manson, and his music's been helping me, of course. So that's why I've been kind of like, there's been a lot going on, so I haven't been as YouTube-y. But I'm going to try to change that. I don't know what to do next on here. Tell me. I know you guys want like an update of my Manson shirt collection, but some of them have gone missing. So I need to, the hair in my mouth, I need to like restock that collection. I got this one, right? So I want to like start buying some more. I've gotten a lot more posters. Maybe I should do like a big poster video or something. I know I've kind of done one like that before, but for Manson stuff, I could do stuff like that. I don't know. Tell me what you guys want to see. Yeah, more my music memorabilia stuff, or Disney vlog stuff, or I'd like to do more horror movie hauls. We'll see. But yeah, that's just gonna call it a day here. So I hope you guys enjoyed my grand return to YouTube. I will try to make more videos, but no promises, because my life is crazy. But I will try. You follow me on other places if you're bored. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I will try. I'll try. Like no guarantees, but I'm really gonna try to like do better for YouTube. All right, bye.